fascinated. Let me ask you this, Billy. In terms of manifestation in the ancients and how they did their thing and how we do our thing, they had a lot of gods for different things.
Mhm.
They had a god for fertility. They had a god for when the brothers wanted to get erect. They had a god for health and prosperity. We have this one God where we just call him this one God for everything. And
Mhm.
those who are in, let's say, the new age or the this new movement that's resurrecting old information, like you, let's say for you, for example, Billy, you would just tap into the vibration of what you want to accomplish. You'll say, I want to be wealthy. You'll feel the vibration of wealth before you even have it, so you can bring it to you. Do you think
Mhm.
that? What do you think about that form of manifestation versus calling on the God of prosperity, Latchme? I call on
Mhm.
Latchme versus Billy Carson. He doesn't call on Latch. He don't call on anybody. He just taps into a feeling. So, what do you think about
Yeah.
tapping into a feeling versus calling on a God, Billy?
That's a good question. So if you look at the ancient past, you'll see that, like you said, there were always these multiple gods, this pantheon of gods, and in every all these different cultures.
Right.
But what the elite of the elites didn't tell the people is that they had the power inside of them.
Okay.
So they actually, you got the people to begin to give their energy to these outside sources in order to try to manifest their reality. And
Right.
in most cases, it just didn't really work the way that they wanted it to. Because at the end of the day, they still had to bring them offerings, they still had to do the work and the labor and everything else. Still had a pretty rough life. Now, the benefit to the elites or these quote unquote gods or these high level priests was the fact that they kept the people coming to them to give them their tithes, give them their offerings, bring them their fresh food, because they would kill these cattle and the cows and lambs and bring it to them.
Right.
And when I take people to Egypt, I show them the storehouses where they would store this food at these ancient temples. It was their meat to eat. They were bringing food to these people because
Hmm.
these people were damn sure not going to go hunting. Okay,
Right.
they
Right.
weren't going to buy anything either.
Right.
They were they've manipulated the population in a way to call on all these deities and make all these offerings, and it would bring all their corn, their fresh harvest, their best harvest of apples, or whatever it was that they had to bring, and they would bring these harvests these as offerings, and this was these people's food, and that food was so abundant it actually even turned into wealth.
Mm.
And so I show people this when I take them to Egypt. This was all really a scam. So getting them to relinquish their power to outside sources
Mm.
was a trick of the mind that they utilized on people. The real truth is the way you said, I do it and you do it. We get into the feeling of abundance. We get into the feeling of manifestation of what we're trying to bring into our reality. And when we get into that emotion of it and believe that it's done before it's even done, that is the true power that exists in every single person walking this planet, probably even throughout the entire multiverse. We have this power, and we can bring our reality into existence through getting into a certain mind state, a mental state, not by relinquishing our power to the outside, but taking a journey to inner space and tapping into our inner power on the inside and accessing that portal. And when we learn how to master that, that's when our reality becomes easy to manifest. Individually, we are all creating our own reality tunnel. As a whole, we're collectively creating reality.
By Compendium of the Emerald Tablets by Billy Carson.